அவர்கள் ஒரு சிலரே, அந்த ஒரு சிலரில் நம்முடைய அன்பு சகோதரர் திரு எம் ராஜாராம் ஐஏஎஸ் அவர்கள் வருகிறார்கள்.
I've been Secretary Information Department for 5 years, so I deem it as a pleasure to be in your midst and share a few words. But unfortunately, I had a very pressing commitment after accepting this function. So you have to forgive me for leaving immediately after my speech. Initially, I planned to speak in Tamil, but in view of to 1982, when I was in Education Department, they approached me for organizing some seminars and exhibitions. I thought it was a God-sent gift. Since then, my cooperation and support to them was really, I cherish it as a God-sent gift. On this occasion, I deeply salute the great services rendered by sisters and brothers of Brahma Kumaris. If the world is better today, it is mainly because of the sincere and dedicated services rendered by such brothers and sisters and many other service organizations. We talk about Saint Teresa of Calcutta, but here we find so many Teresas rendering immensely valuable services. There is always a longing in the heart of all of us for peace and love. We have been seeking this satisfaction through our relationships with many people and with the material world. However, as the complexity of these relationships have increased, so have our worries. Today, many feel trapped in a web of increased efforts but decreased satisfaction. A time-honored method for sidestepping this vicious cycle is to explore the spiritual dimension. That is why we have today assembled here. The institution of Brahma Kumaris has about more than 10,000 educational centers in about 140 countries spanning the 5 continents. APJ Abdul Kalam became something very unique and mystic about this place called Mount Abu. In our lifetime, at least once, we should visit this place and get spiritual experience. And since then, I had many postings, Commissioner of Tourism, and in that program, we had a session on succeeding by failing. The fear of failure stops challenges. The seminar taught us the disguised opportunities. Calamities become opportunities. Collaboration with failure lead for success. With success stories and life examples filled with practical copies, scene by scene, dialogue by dialogue, and astrophysics. We have innovation because of many other troubles. We have lost our Western mathematics, Western heroes. As a result, however brilliant our students are, totally British or American or Canadian. They are good for only exports. We have failed Rana Pratap Singh and many other heroes. Our world on par with Homer and Shakespeare. We can see the Buddhist philosophy are the best in the world, but they are not aware of history. Similarly, the British, the Americans know about the history, Raja Yoga meditation of Brahma Kumaris, the art of Though I have written a number of books, I cherish my translation of Thirukkural forward.
கருணாஜி அவர்கள் இந்த நினைவு பரிசினை கடவுள் ஒளியானவர் என்பதை காட்டும் இந்த படத்தினை அவர்களுக்கு நினைவு பரிசாக வழங்குகிறார்கள்.
ஜோதியாய் என் சீல தந்தை பிரம்மத்தின் விதையாய் அழுகின்ற விந்தை மௌனத்தை களைத்தோரு மந்திரம் சொன்னாய் மரணத்தை வென்றிடும் மார்க்கத்தை தந்தாய் அக்கண்ணை திறந்து நீ அருகினில் அழைத்தாய்
டாக்டர் ஏ சூரியபிரகாஷ் சேர்மன், மேலும் வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களுக்கு பூச்செண்டு மற்றும் பேட்ஜஸ் வழங்கப்படுகின்றன. நல்லா கைத்தட்டலாமே நம்ம எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து. எனவே இந்த அற்புதமான ஒரு மீட்டிங், அதாவது இந்த மாநாடு, சிறப்புமிக்க மாநாடு, எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவ்லி ஃபார் மீடியா பர்சன்ஸ் என்பது ஒரு சிறப்புமிக்க ஒரு அம்சமாக விளங்குகிறது. ஆகவே உங்கள் அனைவரையும் மற்றும் மேடையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய சிறப்புமிக்க நம்முடைய விருந்தினர்களையும் வரவேற்பது பிரம்மகுமாரிகளுடைய
இந்த விழாவிற்கு முக்கியமாக வருகை புரிந்துள்ள, மேடையில் அமர்ந்துள்ள எங்களுடைய ஆன்மீக சகோதரர்கள், தெய்வீக சகோதரர்கள் அனைவருக்கும், இந்த துறையை சேர்ந்தவர்களும் சந்தோஷமும் நல்ல ஆரோக்கியமும் இந்த ஈஸ்வரிய விஸ்வ வித்யாலயத்தின் சார்பில், அனைத்து சகோதர சகோதரர்களின் சார்பில் நான் மனதார வருக வருக என்று அன்புடன் வரவேற்கின்றேன். காகவே தொலைதூரத்திலிருந்து, டெல்லியிலிருந்து, தலைநகரத்திலிருந்து பல அலுவல்கள் இருந்த பொழுதிலும் அதையெல்லாம் கூட ஒதுக்கி வைத்துவிட்டு நம பாரதி டெல்லி டாக்டர் ஏ சூரியபிரகாஷ் அவர்களையும்
Yes, friends, the huge tree of Brahma Kumaris which we see today, having 9,500 branches in 147 countries. The story began in 1936 when the seeds of spirituality was sown in Hyderabad, a part of undivided India. It was all through the divine inspirations of Almighty God, through the human medium of Prajapita Brahma. And as the seeds are sown, we all know the roots start growing. It's all underground, but they are very powerful.
To speak about the media wing services of Brahma Kumaris. Actually, this conference has been organized by the media wing of Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation, which is a sister organization of Brahma Kumaris. And today I am overwhelmed with happiness. Why? Because I am seeing the journalist friends, journalist colleagues in huge numbers. They are attending this conference of spiritual nature. And it's a great position through different kinds of socialization, different kinds of social, moral, and educational teachings. So this institution, being socio-spiritual value educational organization of international eminence, it has media persons, because if media persons are healthy, if media persons are empowered, then the message they convey, the way, the manner in which they convey the message can be very powerful, very influential, and can create the positive impact, the desired impact on the minds and the lives of people.
National newspapers, and then most of my time as a UNI, United News of India, for 26 years. As you know, we had only one channel, television channel in India, Doordarshan, and I had an opportunity to serve with the people of electronic media, and the first channel which came, Z, where I had an opportunity to bring the spirituality first time on a television. And today, you know, we have so many channels, and one of my friend is going to bring about 800 channels from India. We call it as IPTV. But competition within ourselves, not we say, you know, and you know the social media, it is not going to wait 24 hours like Twitter, and they stay aware of it. And each one is, so what has to do with Brahma Kumaris, with all that? Yes.
பிரசார் பாரதி குடும்பத்தின் சார்பில் வாழ்த்துகள். ராஜயோகினி பிரம்மகுமாரி பீனா, ராஜயோகினி பிரம்மகுமாரி கலாவதி, Rajayogi Karuna, and all the other distinguished persons on the dais, my media friends, ladies and gentlemen, and brothers and sisters of the very noble Brahma Kumari family. Sir, Madam, it's actually probably the first time I'm addressing such a huge gathering of media and journalists, and I take this opportunity to convey my very best wishes and greetings to all my media friends. I have been in the media for 45 years now, both in print and television, beginning with the Indian Express in 1971 in Bangalore. And of course, one of my unforgettable and also unpleasant experiences in this whole phase has been the phase during the emergency when the media was gagged. But this is not the matter of discussion today, so I'll get down to the issue at hand. It is heartening to note that the media wing of Prajapati Brahma Kumaris Ishwarya Vishwavidyalaya, an international socio-spiritual and educational organization, has organized this one-day national media conference on value-based media for a healthy and happy society. I would say, sir, that this conference is happening actually at a very appropriate time because there is a lot of strife in the world now, and much of that strife we get to see in media also. Media has changed a lot. It is not the mainstream media that you knew. The media that I came into was basically print media. You had All India Radio and you had newspapers. Then came the electronic media, and now you have the social media. And then you have this rat race for TRPs, and as a result of that rat race, there's a lot happening in media which is not a very happy thing. So it's an honor and privilege for me to be invited to this organization, to this August event, and to inaugurate the conference, which is being attended by over 1,000 mass media professionals from all over Tamil Nadu and other parts of India. The topic and subjects chosen to be deliberated in different sessions of the conference are not only apt and relevant for journalists and media today, but also in consonance with the principles and objectives of the Brahma Kumaris, whose continued efforts for restoration of core values and ethical code of conduct in all professions is known to everybody. Since mass media wields enormous influence on the thinking, opinion, and lifestyle of public in general, inner empowerment and value orientation of media professionals is imperative. I'll dwell on this a little later. as to how it is all the more critical in today's context. Before that, I'll just take a few minutes to talk about Prasar Bharati. You know, after independence for about 50 years, both All India Radio and Doordarshan were virtually departments of the Government of India. Then came the emergency during 75-77 period, when the government of the day was accused of completely, virtually strangling free media. Then there were journalists like B.G. Varghese and others who took up this issue of separating All India Radio and Doordarshan from the union government. That debate started in the late 70s, and then eventually it resulted in Parliament passing what is known as the Prasar Bharati Act. This act came into being in 1977, and Parliament said that henceforth All India Radio and Doordarshan will become part of an autonomous media corporation called Prasar Bharati, or the Broadcasting Corporation of India. That is how Prasar Bharati came into being. And while doing so, Parliament has given Prasar Bharati a lot of important responsibilities. It has said that Prasar Bharati must function in a manner which will strengthen the unity and integrity of India. This is a very major responsibility given to Prasar Bharati. We are also mandated to respect the diversity of India. Actually, India is probably the most diverse nation in the world, be it race, religion, caste, ethnicity, or culture, or whatever it is. And therefore, as a public service broadcaster, we have a great responsibility to respect that diversity and to promote the different cultures and languages in the country. It is the government's declared, so the statement of objects and reasons of the Prasar Bharati Act said that it is the government's declared policy to confer autonomy on Akashvani and Doordarshan, thereby ensuring that they function in a fair, objective and creative manner. The intention is that the proposed corporation shall function as a genuinely autonomous body, innovative, dynamic and flexible, with a high degree of credibility. It must function in a democratic manner which enriches our democratic traditions and institutions, being responsible to the people and Parliament of India, and keeping in mind the variegated traditions, languages and cultures of the country. It is an undisputed fact that Doordarshan and All India Radio are leaders in promoting democratic values and in disseminating developmental news that benefits society. And I must say that they are doing this with utmost responsibility. For example, Doordarshan and All India Radio have played a major role in promoting major national programs such as the Green Revolution and Polio Mukt Bharat. We have 418 radio stations in All India Radio and 23 channels of Doordarshan, and they are constantly striving to carry out these responsibilities. And it is the sustained and vigorous campaign launched by All India Radio and Doordarshan which has enabled India to become polio free. I am sure all of you are aware of the campaign to rid India of polio began many decades ago, and All India Radio and Doordarshan, through their programming and through the promotion and advertising, have carried this message to the last man and got families across the country to take their children for polio drops to primary health centers. That is why India is now polio mukt, and we have similarly very major other responsibilities insofar as this nation is concerned. Another issue I would like to discuss in the present context is that the government has launched several campaigns which have a great bearing on national health and well-being. As you all know, it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who told the nation that 70% of Indian households do not have toilets. Sir, I have been a media person for 45 years, and it had never struck me that we have such a monstrous problem on our hands. Just imagine what this does to the health of women, to the security of women, to the dignity of women, and therefore this is a very major campaign of sanitation which has been launched, and I regard this as a national campaign, and All India Radio and Doordarshan are doing all they can to promote the idea of toilet construction in homes and schools. In fact, schools do not have separate toilets, boys and girls, as a result of which, after the 7th or 8th standard, in fact, the dropout rate among girls is very high. These are all issues which have dogged us for 70 years, and I do believe the time has come for us as a nation and as citizens to pay attention to this and to take up this campaign in a very major way. I do not see this as a political campaign. I do not see this as a government campaign. This is a national campaign, and I believe every citizen of the country must be involved, and if we do it that way, then I do believe that in about 5 to 7 years, you will see a new India emerge. And one of the important campaigns that is currently on is Swachh Bharat, through which this campaign of sanitation is currently on. Similarly, All India Radio and Doordarshan are doing their bit in regard to this Beti Bachao Beti Padhao program. Actually, what this is that in many states in the country, say like Haryana, where the sex ratio is 870 females to 1000 males. It's a terrible situation. It has very great implications from a social point of view. You will be surprised to know, I hear stories of how Haryanvis now, first of all, because of female feticide, the number of girl child has come down, the percentage. And now Haryana has reached a stage where I am told many of their daughters-in-law come from Tamil Nadu and Kerala these days. So therefore, it's very important for us to correct this whole this thing in regard to sex ratio, and it's a very important national campaign. And of course, all of you are aware of the Jan Dhan program that was launched about a year and a half ago. In fact, as Indians, I think we need to take great pride in the fact that 220 million bank accounts were opened in about 1.5 years. This is actually a world record. I don't think there's any nation in the world which would open 220 million bank accounts of the poorest of the poor, and they were told you don't have to deposit a single rupee to open that account. In fact, in some of my interactions with people in the US and Europe and so on, they were quite flabbergasted to know that our bankers, we all need to give a lot of credit to all our friends and friends who work in the banking sector, because they did such a phenomenal job. So, sir, these are issues which have to be promoted by a public broadcaster, and therefore, this is what Doordarshan and All India Radio have been doing. The other thing is that we are committed to promoting good news. In fact, good news is news. In the old days, they would say, if a dog bites man, it is not news. If man bites dog, it is news. So the whole this thing was skewed towards a kind of negativity. But today, we believe that good news is also news. And I'll tell you the kind of stories that are there in the country, which I do believe all of us in media, irrespective of whether we are a public broadcaster or a private broadcaster or a newspaper, in the larger interests of this country, I think all of us need to promote the good news. For example, a grandmother somewhere in one of the northern states sold all her jewelry to build a few toilets in her village so that the women of the village have proper sanitary facilities. I think that's an extraordinary thing. And in Doordarshan, these are the kind of stories that we put out in order to encourage and entice people from across the land to look at these extraordinary citizens who are doing their little bit for a better India. Tenements in which they live, actually every day they consume smoke equivalent to 400 cigarettes per day. So this program of providing domestic gas connections to the poor families, I think, is a very important program, And as a national broadcaster, public service broadcaster, we have a responsibility to push that. Secondly, the other thing I would like to say is that, so therefore, while we do all this from a national point of view, I'm sure while you get your daily dose of entertainment and histrionics from the private channels, please do not forget the critical role that All India Radio or Doordarshan is playing in the country. Now, I would like to talk about the changing media landscape. This is also relevant for all media professionals gathered here, and I hope these thoughts will help you promote value-based media ethics for a happy society, which is what, sir, this conference is all about, and the Brahma Kumaris are deeply committed to this. In the new age of digital broadcasting, multiple platforms and screens are offered to viewers. These platforms are no longer linear and static, they are mobile, and you can watch them at your leisure. We are moving fast from the traditional TV set to consuming content on phones and laptops. India has a population of about 1,300 million, and we have our mobile phone, density is about 1,100 million. And out of this, about 300 million mobile phones are smartphones through which people are now accessing media content. That is both newspapers and television programs, television news, and so on. So this is the new age we are entering into, and this is the new age media consumer. So all of us who are in media need to think. In the old days, in the 70s, when I joined the Indian Express, and we used to do write articles on the edit page, the total wordage was 1,500 words. Nowadays, no editor wants anything more than 600 to 800 words. And if you want to convey something on the smartphone, I think you should not go beyond 50 to 80 words. So this is the new age consumer of media, and we all need to pay attention to that. Secondly, if you look at news on the video, nowadays there's a global standard. If the video exceeds 90 seconds or 120 seconds, nobody is going to watch it. So if you want somebody to see a video on WhatsApp, which you send, please remember it has to be for about 90 minutes or more. It should not exceed that, because nobody will watch. So this is the new age media consumer. Also, this new age media, this social media, is also a big tool for development, and government is using all these tools, whether in your state or at the national level, to promote developmental programs and schemes. The other thing is that there is great need for self-regulation in this world of new media and social media. And I'll now come to a very important issue, which is Twitter and how we conduct ourselves on Twitter and Facebook and so on. We should say no to abuse. The thing is, on Twitter, what I find is that people all over the country, it's a global thing, but in India I find people become very abusive. Do not allow your anger, do not allow hatred to determine what you tweet. Because remember, once you tweet something, it is going to dog you for all your life. Even if you withdraw the tweet, by then somebody will grab it and keep it. And there are instances of that all over the place. So the most important thing to remember is, don't allow hatred and anger to dominate your activity on Twitter and Facebook. It's not good to hate anybody. Secondly, avoid whimsical tweeting. Somebody tweets something and you don't like that guy, so this is something negative about the fellow, and you feel very excited reading it. This guy, they have arrested him or something, and you retweet it. Afterwards you realize that the whole thing is false. So don't be whimsical, don't be carried away by these things. You have to apply your mind, think coolly before you do anything. So if we are irresponsible in tweeting, we will end up hurting sentiments of many innocent people. Now every citizen is a publisher. In the old days, the publisher was the printer, publisher, editor of a newspaper. And we put that even today, there is a space where we say who is the printer, publisher, and so on. Now every citizen is a publisher, And as a result of this, every smartphone user must know the defamation law and many other laws. If you forward in WhatsApp, you become a publisher. So therefore, I think, sir, this course which you have organized today, this seminar, it will help all our media friends to control anger, control impulse, become more responsible, exercise greater patience in your work as journalists, and especially when you go on to social media. Secondly, never tweet on impulse. Never forward anything on impulse. And don't let hatred cloud your judgment. For example, the other day, just a little while ago, sister said, happy life and peaceful life. This is what the Brahma Kumaris teach you. For this, if we want a happy life and peaceful life in this Twitter age, in this age of social media, please remember you have to be extra careful on social media. Otherwise, you have tweeted something in the night, and the next weeks are going to be horrible for you because all kinds of people will be after you for what you have said. So if you want a happy life and peaceful life, be very, very responsible on social media. Otherwise, you will have a very disturbed life. It's a question of people acquiring skills, and once you get a smartphone, even those who are not literate will acquire literacy in a certain super fast way. Finally, 2 points about social media and governance. Once again say that, sir, please understand and appreciate the role of the public broadcaster in creating a positive environment and disseminating development news in the country. Finally, I would also like to say that in a nation such as ours, all of us in the media have a responsibility to drive national programs which will bring about positive social change and improvement in sectors like education and health. I started as a journalist National Media Conference and wish its sessions a real success in infusing right values and spirit of social responsibility. As you can see, the Brahma Kumaris and Prasar Bharati have a common goal. Both of us want positive energy to flow in this country and value-based media to flourish.
ஒரு அற்புதமான பண்பை கடைபிடிப்பதால் நானும் அந்த ஓம், இந்த ஓம் என்கின்ற அந்த உச்சரிப்புக்கு ஒரு மிக அற்புதமான சக்தி.
Sharp decline in moral values, character and conduct in human life and society. It has become a cause of concern for all of us.